The forest stood still. A hush fell over the ancient trees. They watched, silent sentinels to the darkness that dwelled within. At its heart, where shadows danced and moonlight dared not touch, stood a woman. Her beauty was undeniable, framed by cascading waves of raven-black hair. Her eyes, pools of the deepest blue, held a captivating allure. But beneath the surface, a chilling truth lay dormant. This was no ordinary woman. This was a creature of the night, a vampire. She moved with a grace that defied her predatory nature. A delicate hand reached out, caressing the rough bark of an ancient oak. Her touch sent shivers down the spine of the forest, a silent promise of power and danger. The air hung heavy with anticipation. The scent of damp earth mingled with something ancient, something undeniably alluring. She was a siren of the night, waiting to ensnare her next victim. The forest held its breath, knowing what was to come. This was her domain, her hunting ground. For years she had lured unsuspecting men into her web of seduction and death. And tonight, the cycle would begin anew. The forest, a silent accomplice, would bear witness to her dark desires. He stumbled through the undergrowth, his senses overwhelmed by the intoxicating perfume that hung heavy in the air. It beckoned him forward, a siren's call he was powerless to resist. The woman watched him approach, a knowing smile playing on her lips. She was the embodiment of his deepest desires, a fantasy come to life in the heart of the dark woods. Her voice, when she spoke, was a husky whisper, a caress that sent shivers down his spine. He was drawn to her like a moth to a flame, his every thought consumed by her intoxicating presence. She wove a tapestry of words, spinning tales of love and longing. He was lost in the depths of her gaze, his will dissolving under her potent spell. With a touch, she could command him, bend him to her will. He was hers, body and soul. She fed on his desire, his life force, fueling her own immortal existence. And when she tired of him, when his usefulness had run its course, she would bear his child. A child who would share her thirst, her hunger, and her legacy of darkness. They would drain the man and leave the body buried in the woods. The disappearances had started slowly, a trickle of missing persons reports that soon turned into a steady stream. Each case bore a chilling similarity. Young men lured into the woods, never to be seen again. Fear gripped the small town, whispering its way through the streets like a chilling wind. The police were baffled, their investigation leading to dead ends and unanswered questions. Theories abounded, each more outlandish than the last. Some whispered of a vengeful spirit, claiming the woods were haunted. Others spoke of a feral animal, stalking its prey through the undergrowth. But the most unsettling theory, the one that sent shivers down the spines of even the most hardened detectives, was that of a serial killer, a predator who walked among them, hiding in plain sight. The pressure mounted with each passing day, the weight of the unsolved cases heavy on their shoulders. They scoured the woods, interviewed witnesses, and chased down every lead, no matter how flimsy. But the killer, if that's what it was, remained elusive, a phantom preying on the town's fears. The truth, hidden in the shadows, was far more sinister than they could have ever imagined. Word of the disappearances reached the ancient halls of the Vampire Council. For centuries, they had maintained a delicate balance, keeping the existence of their kind hidden from the human world. This rogue vampire, this reckless creature of the night, threatened to shatter that fragile peace. She had violated their most sacred law, to never reveal their true nature to humans. Her actions demanded swift and decisive action. An air of grave concern settled over the council chambers. The elders, their faces etched with centuries of wisdom and sorrow, debated the best course of action. They had ruled for millennia, their laws designed to protect both vampires and humans. But this case was different. This vampire was a threat to their very existence. The council's leader, a powerful vampire named Marius, listened intently to the arguments swirling around him. His keen eyes missed nothing, his mind sharp despite the centuries he had walked the earth. He knew what had to be done. He knew he was the one who turned her. He did not realize she had made it. The rogue vampire had to be stopped, though, brought to justice for her crimes. The safety of both worlds depended on it. He told the elders what happened. They caught the vampire and all her many offspring, and forced them to live in vampire headquarters until they were satisfied that they were no longer a danger to either society. And so the council helped the humans reclaim the bodies of the 50 young men who died after helping the rogue vampire feed and have children. The police told the media the serial killer was killed in a standoff. The secret of the vampires was safe once more. Please like and subscribe.